right, thank you to my friend Foster. This is the Beast Machines motorcycle drone. Going a little retro on you here now. And this is one, like, I had this one when I was, before, and I got rid of it in some major purge. I think maybe it was one of the ones I sold when we were raising money to put a down payment on our house. Or possibly shortly after my daughter was born, just to clear out some space. But it went a while ago, and I finally got it back thanks to my friend Foster. So thanks, Foster. And he's a lot of fun. Like they did thrust. This one's called the motorcycle drone. They did all the main generals as deluxes originally in the Beast Machines line that looked kind of like the show, but weren't quite exact. And then they came back. They did a Voyager Jetstorm that was, again, slightly more accurate, but Jetstorm was a really hard model to capture in plastic. But they came back in the basics line and did the tank drone and the motorcycle drone. And I believe I reviewed the tank drone, which I couldn't find to bring with me in, so it's just going to be this guy. But they looked a lot more like the on-screen counterparts. You could easily just say this was thrust and be done with it, because they look much more like the show models, because the drones were just generic versions of the generals. So like they redesigned the character, the figure itself. They redesigned the transformation scheme and gave you a much more accurate thrust. And he was kind of a cool character on the show. Of course, he ended up being Waspinator if you watched it, and if you didn't, spoilers. But it's like 20 years old now. It's not 20 years. Is it 20 years old? Jeez, it's 15. It's old. And it's hard to believe that. But yeah, so here he is, the motorcycle drone. And like I said, I love the colors on him, and I really like the way they did it. You'll see this hand is held down by a rubber band. It came that way because, again, smart man. Because normally this gimmick, this side just holds this missile. This side actually fires it. And before when you push the button to fire the missile, these would blow open, and or just open up. And I never liked that. I'll take off the rubber band to show you. Like this arm would flop open like that. And I guess it kind of exposes the cannon, but like you never had that on the show. That always bugged me. I think on my original I glued these down, and I think I'll probably do it on this one too, because you can see there's just a whole floppy piece to open up the cannon, and I never really understood aesthetically why they did that. Yeah, see when you put the missile in, it pops them open like that, and then when you shoot, when you shot it, they would close up. But that just always seems so ridiculous to me, like that. I mean, he never did that on the show, but it's there. So anyway, it's a fairly basic transformation, although really neat the way they did it from the show. And basically you just unpeg the arms here. I'll pull this tire off to the side. I like how they made the rear tire spin while still being on an armature. That was also really cool. Pop this up. Well, okay, so we'll bring the whole front section down and around like this. Bring these panels up. The shoulders, the ball joints up here, but then you bring these actual parts out. These maroon parts out. And these panels flip up to form the shoulders. Now you can collapse this. You can collapse this up here. And that's not too bad. Sometimes I like to leave this down a little bit just to fill in the torso a little bit, because you can get it actually in between here. To just give him more of a solid body. But official transformation, you flip that up, you fold this down and around. Bring these up. This tire rotates up like this and then folds onto his back, which is where the wheel ended up in the show. These kind of sit up here on the side. Bring the arms down a little bit, fold these back. These panels rotate back to form kind of a shoulder pads. And then the head, this is what's really cool, because you can rotate this, bring it down, and bring his head. So right now, technically, like, this is his mouthpiece, but the face is facing backwards. And then you rotate this whole assembly to give him the show accurate head on the body. And then he's got ball joints at the elbows, and there is actually a swivel right below that ball joint as well. And then you had the motorcycle drone from the show. Now, obviously, he moved around on one wheel in the show. It's kind of hard to display like that, so they did make it so you could split these and flip these down his feet. It makes them a little shorter, it makes them look a little weirder, but you could at least stand them on your shelf. I know Unicron.com, I think it was, offered a set that gave you a little stand that would help him stand up. And that was kind of a cool little thing. I don't have it anymore. I think it sold with my original thrust. But yeah, this is a much more accurate representation of the character in the show, aside from this floppy arm over here, and he didn't again. I think he shot blasts out of his arm, and like I said, that one just holds in by friction. But that was really more of how he looked, and if you wanted to give him the claws facing the proper way, that's the motorcycle drone. He like I said, he was a fun character on the show, and I really always loved his design. So it was cool to have like an accurate version of him versus the not bad but not super accurate version that the deluxe was. And it's small enough that you can throw him in your pocket and carry him around. He's just a fun little pocket toy back in the day, and probably will be again. So yeah, there's the Beast Machines basic class motorcycle drone.